Hello there, Mike and Worth Pro Bob O'Brien here. Coronavirus taking a toll on us. Just happy to get outside today. If you'll notice where we are, we've got softball fields and baseball fields all around us, but everything's closed. So when you do get some time and the weather, go ahead and get yourself a tee. Today we're going to talk about some tee work and some drills that we can do. You don't need anybody to help you with these. A tee, a bucket of balls, get your bat, and you can get out and get your work in. And you don't have to have a softball field to hit on. We're going to make do with what we have today. You'll notice my picture out there. I've got a cone for the shortstop and a cone for the third baseman. We got a bucket out there to simulate left center gap. And I got some windshield wash fluid bottles out in the right field to simulate my gaps. All right. My beautiful wife is on the camera today. She's going to help us out. All right, so the best thing about tee work, get you a nice tee, a nice sturdy tee. This is a Tanner tee, not owned and made by Alan Tanner. It's just that's the name of the tee. It's a good one. You want to get one that goes high enough for softball. The best thing about tees is you can control the height of the pitch. If you struggle with the high one, you can put it up around the letters. If you struggle with the short flat pitch, you can put it down around the waist. In softball, the strike zone is usually from our waist to our shoulders, usually pitches that we should be hitting. If we're swinging at pitches down around our knees, you're not swinging at good pitches, and there's a good chance you're going to get out if you do that. So make sure you have a tee that's high enough. If you have a little league tee, you can put a bucket, a milk crate upside down and set your tee up on that, okay? But the nice thing about a tee is we can control the variables. We can work on an outside pitch. We struggle with the outside pitch, we're going to put it a little deeper in the zone. This simulates my board here. So on an outside pitch, I'm going to hit it when it's a little bit deeper. All right, pitch down the middle, I'm going to hit it out in front a little bit more. Set your tee right in the middle of the board. And if you're going to work on pulling the ball, you're going to have to hit that one way out in front. Put the ball on the inside part of the board. All right, and you're just going to have to hit the ball where it's pitched. If it's inside, you need to hit it to left field. If it's out over the plate, you hit it from gap to gap. If it's off the plate, you can go from gap to line. All right, very, very important. But what's great about the tee is you don't have to ask your wife or your BP partner to throw everything away. With a tee, you can set everything away and work on your outside pitch, or you can work on your inside pitch, okay? So tee work is great. Second thing we're gonna do is we're going to try to create spin on the softball. The coolest thing about the ball coming in, taking 2 seconds. Softball takes between 1.23 seconds on the flat one to about 2 seconds on the 60-foot high deep one. So we've got plenty of time to react to the ball. And what happens is the ball gets up there, your eyes analyze it and look at this, what spins on it, top spin, back spin, knuckleball. Is it flat? Is it high? Is it inside? Is it outside? So your eyes take in all of that data, process it really quick, and then they tell your hands what to do. This drill is to make sure that your hands are going where your eyes are telling them to go. So if you're not hitting balls on purpose, on command here off of the tee, you're never going to do it when the pitch is coming. So let's always start here. After taking a long break like we've had here with the coronavirus, after taking some time off, this is a great place to start. All right, start with your tee work. Make sure your hands are going where your eyes are telling them to go. If they're not, you may need to check your grip. All right, if you're overlapping and you're losing a little bit of control, you may need to go to your traditional grip. May even need to choke up a little bit and get inside the knob instead of hanging off the knob. All right, but we have to control the barrel. Your top hand really controls where the barrel goes. All right, so right now we're going to do a couple and hopefully everything works out fine. First thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to purposely hit the ball on the ground. Maybe they're playing a 4-man infield and the 5-6 hole is wide open. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to hit slightly above the center of the ball, hit it on the ground, preferably a one-hopper if I can, and I'm going to aim between the 2 cones there. All right, and try to get me a base hit in the 5-6 hole. So here we go. So I'm simulating a inside pitch because you don't want to pull the outside pitch. So I've got the tee out in front on the inside corner. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to hit this ball. My barrel's going to be out in front. try to hit it above the center of the ball and try to hit me a ground ball in the 5-6 hole. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, one nice line drive on that one. On tee work, make sure you're set and start from here. Start from your good launching position. Here we come. All right, I got the middle of the ball there, hit me a line drive. Let's see if I can get on top of one on purpose. Inside pitch, remember, you've got to hit it out in front. On the inside pitch, you can't let it get deep. Here it comes. Another line drive. That's not a bad thing. Let's see if I can get one on the ground. Over exaggerate top of the ball here. Ready? There we go. Okay, hit it by the third baseman. Now let's say I want to hit one left or right of the pitcher. I'm going to let it get a little deeper. I'm going to put it in the middle of the board. All right. Set my ball up. I'm going to get off the plate just a little bit. This pitch, I want to be close to square at contact. I want the barrel in my hands to get there at the same time. So this one I'm going to try to hit to the left of the pitcher and to the right of the shortstop. Ready? Here we go. Again, ground ball. And this is a pretty high pitch. If you'll notice that one, it's at my letters. So here I am trying to get on top of a high one. Not real easy to do, but let's see what we got. Don't want to hurt my pitcher out there. Here it comes. Perfect, right where I was aiming. Shortstop's taking the 5-6 hole away. Keep it away from the pitcher. Another line drive. Not a bad thing. All right, one more. Perfect. All right. Now the shortstop's cheating a little bit. He's taking that away from me. So now I want to go to the right of the pitcher. So I'm going to move up a little bit, let the ball get a little bit deeper. Try to hit me a ground ball to the right of the pitcher. Here we go. Get on top. Right there. Sometimes this is a good spot to go when they're playing a 5-man infield on you, because a lot of teams will use 3 guys to take away the left side of the pitcher. All right. So if they're going to do that, I've still only got a first baseman and a second baseman on this side. So even with a 5-man, that hole is still open if you're trying to keep it in the park. So here we go. Again, it's still a pretty high pitch. Let's see if I can drop it down a little bit. Oh, this ought to be easy. The reason this is easier now, because usually we hit what we see, and the pitch is lower, we see the top half of the ball. If the pitch is high, we see the bottom half of the ball. And our eyes, they send that impulse to the brain, and we usually hit the part of the ball that we see. That's why it's a little easier to hit a ground ball with a shorter pitch or a flat pitch, a little easier to hit a fly ball with a high pitch. So here we go. Off the plate a little bit. I've got my hole, hoping I get a pitch out there. Here it comes. Hit me a ground ball between the pitcher and the second baseman. All right, now here we go. They've gone to a 5-man infield, which is what we see a lot. So now it's time to elevate. I've got to get the ball in the air. So how do I do that? Well, I want to hit somewhere below the center of the ball, all right, to get backspin on the ball and get it in the air. So this time I'm going to go a little low on the ball, try to get it over the infielders' heads. There's 6 guys, including the pitcher, covering the infield. I've got to get it in the air. I'm going to go for the left center gap, try to hit the wagon out there, all right? So here we go. Simulate an inside pitch. So I got to get it out in front of me a little bit more. All right. So here we go. I'm a little closer to the plate. Now I'm trying to hit me a gapper in a left center gap. Again, on this one you may clip the tee a little bit, which is okay, because you're going to swing under it and you are going to hit tee a little bit, but they're made to be hit. All right, here we go. Left center gap. Got me a pitch up in the zone. Here it comes. Bottom of the ball. Left center gap. All right, you got 3 guys covering foul pole to foul pole. Percentages are with you. You don't even have to hit it right where you're aiming here. You got a big old gap out there. Here we go again. Again, this is a nice level swing. I'm gonna go level at it, and I'm gonna hit right below the center of the ball. My eyes are studying, my eyes are concentrating, my hands go where my eyes tell them. You can't even really think about it. You shouldn't think about it. It should just happen. All right, and that's what repetition does. That term is called muscle memory. We do it enough here that by the time we get a pitcher out there, we ought to be able to do it. All right, here we go. Left center gap. Let's get it in the air, a little bit of backspin. Didn't hit that one real good, but it's out there in the gap. They're not going to catch that. All right, let's try one more. Off or on top of the plate, get it out in front. Level swing, bottom of the ball. There it goes. Nice tight backspin. That's a gapper. Bad news, I got to run. Second, maybe third. All right, my favorite spot. Let's go right center gap now. This is the one. I've had to work on that left center gap because they keep taking my right center gap away, but that's going to happen when you play the same teams over and over again. They get to know you a little bit. It's called a scouting report. We've got to keep working and keep getting better. Sometimes we got to hit to our second favorite spot, but here's my favorite one. All right, we got those bottles out there. I'm going to try to throw this in the right center gap. All right, I've moved the tee back a little bit. I'm going to get off the plate a little bit. So now every pitch is out the outer half. I've got to get it in the air and get it over that second baseman's head. All right, so here we go. Level swing, bottom of the ball, throw it into that gap. Park, throw it in again. Another one off the plate. Little inside out swing. Right center gap. You see the ball okay? Traveling. Alright, gonna do one more. Off the plate. Bottom of the ball. Over the infielder's head. Split the bottles. Got myself a double. Alright? So here you can get a lot of swings. You can take your time. Get you a sip of water. You don't have to drag somebody to the field with you. Tee work is great. Don't just get out there and hit it off of a tee. You got to hit with a purpose. All right? We'll be checking in just a minute.